Hello viewers, Flash Motorsport here and welcome to today's video of penalties. Now, I just brought the MG and it didn't all go to plan. Now this race here was penalty central. I've never had so many penalties in my life. Not all of them are my fault. I could have avoided to an extent some of the penalties I received, and some of them were just generally like, there's nothing I can do, why did I get a penalty? But let's crack on with the race, and as we come down the first straight here, I did not qualify, so I started at the back of the pack and decided to keep to the left and take the inside line. Everybody's all making love to each other and getting very close, but funny enough, it isn't too bad. So I gained quite a few places there. I'm up to P14, P13 now, P12, and decided to try and make a move on this pink Link. That's the car. I couldn't, it was so pink I couldn't think of the car. Oh, that stands out like a sore thumb. There's another one off track. I keep around the outer edge trying to make a move, but I just haven't got the pace and the position. But I keep left, so I have the inside line of this turn here. And the pink Link touches me ever so gently, like a pixel. So this penalty I received is from the Link. And I get a 2.25 second penalty for avoidable contact because the car that's off track didn't count because the box was already spinning when the Link touched me by a pixel. So somehow that was my fault. I'm on the inside, the Link came over into me, so I get a 2.25 second penalty for that. So that's a start of a good race already. So that's all I can. I laugh. I was so annoyed with the penalty I received then. But the Audi touched me and I run him wide. So I get another penalty for that because he drove into me. And yes, I ran him wide because he drove into me. But I wasn't expected to get a penalty for that as well. So there we go. Not even at the end of the first lap, I've already got a 2.75 second penalty at the end of this race. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. So the premise here is it's only downhill for me. I'm not joking. It gets worse. But we are not doing too bad. We're in P8. We started at what, P19 I think it was? Yeah, P19 now to P8. So that's 11 places gained. This car is absolutely brilliant to drive. It's quick in the straights, turns brilliantly, and it brakes great as well. As we turn the first corner, third gear, and power back on. Take it a little bit wide. I'm trying to give Dan behind me a little bit of space as well. And get a little love tap from him. Lucky enough, I don't get a penalty for that one. Oddly enough, I got one for everybody else up to now, but not that one. But it's where my car could shine now in the straight, so I'm trying to get the slipstream of the Audi, try and catch up to it, and try and get past that annoying Hyundai. I'll keep complaining about the Hyundai until my mouth stops working because I don't like it. And for some reason, it braked actually more excessively than I thought. So I ended up going to the back of him. I don't get a penalty for that though, which I'm also quite surprised about. Take the inside line here, get shoveled about a little bit, it's not to worry. And no penalty again, see? So I'm lucky, I'm doing well up to now. But the Audi's breaking away from me and I don't want that. I want to try and catch up to that Audi. So you get across to the hill, down second gear, turn in. I want to get the inside of that curb so you get better rotation, but I just missed it. Not to worry, I get a good line out of the corner here and right straight down here, flat out all the way through. Try and rub that inside curb, keep to your left. Dan goes up the inside and dive bombs. So tries the old switcheroo here and I didn't have the momentum I was expecting to have. So he ekes ahead of me here just now. I cross over the bump here like that and well, I gain time on the Audi. But I lose a little bit of pace on the Peugeot. Dan in that Peugeot is a very good driver, very quick and far more confident behind the wheel than I am. So I've got to give him his due. He's very quick in that car. And so as we come down, as you see, he's passing everybody. We're down to our first corner, braking at 100 bore, down to third gear. Put the inside line and then power back on. And I try to make a move, but I just don't have the position for it or the momentum to move. And I'm, to be honest, I'm quite nervous about making a move because if someone cuts in front of me, I'm going to get blamed again, aren't I? So I don't want that. I was a bit worried about my driver rating when I shouldn't be. I shouldn't care. It's not a situation I can control. It's not my fault. Like, you know, if they came across and hit me, that's what mirrors are for. But as you look to our left, the car just spawns off the track, and this MG enters our race. Not sure what happened there. I didn't see him ghosted until it was a semi-ghost and then to a normal person. But it distracted me so much I ended up rear-ended that Audi. And guess what? Another 0.5 second penalty. Lovely. Now we're at 3.25 seconds. We brake for this corner. The Mad Fox takes a lunge and dive for it. So might as well let him have that spot. See what happens. Come down here, try and tuck in, get a bit of slipstream, carry a bit of speed down here. Keep to your left. And then brake in at the 100 board. Down to third gear. Hang a well, them two end up battling each other, so I'll do the switcheroo on them. Well, just the Audi of it. But then this happens. The MG turns into me, I'm on the inside line, and I get a 0.8 second penalty for going off track. Like, how is that a situation I could avoid? He literally banged me off the track. There's, as you've seen me when I've taken it on the outside before, there's more than enough room to take that turn two abreast. So, whether they saw me or not, it's irrelevant to the penalty system. They turn into my path of driving. You know, and now a 4 second penalty. And what we're at, lap 4. 4 seconds of penalties, so I've got a lot of time to kick up to try and leave the pack behind. I'm at 2.9 seconds now, so yeah, I'm not in the best of moods about it. I've never had so many penalties in my life before, and this is just something else. But now I've got a clean open bit of road, nobody around me, I can start making back a bit of time. But Mad Fox is catching up to me quite quickly. I've lost a 0.8 of a second already, so they are definitely quick. I've come over here, try and rub that inside curb, but I missed it and decided it was a good point to go off track. Guess what? No, you was wrong. No penalty. Yeah, that comes later. We'll take the brakes here. I brake early to try and cause a bit of confusion to the cars behind, and I accelerate early as well to come out of the turn. Try and give me a better exit. And I'll keep to my left to try and break that toe as well. But as you can see, they're all turning in, so I need to come back to the right. We have to hang this nice tight left. And I keep left, let them have the space, let them have that position. See if I can do a switcheroo. But I don't get it because it takes the corner so wide that he skids into me. But I get a penalty for it because, okay, I could have backed out that corner, but I didn't. And I decided to go for another lap, not realising how low my tyres are. I'm so distracted by the penalties I keep getting that I forgot to check my tyres. So lap 5, I'm coming down here with 2 wornish front tyres, but don't sweat, I'm in P1. I'm happy with that. I'm in P1. As you can see, the car isn't turning all that well, but it's turning, and that's all that matters really. As we come here, keep to the right, down to third gear, try and rub the inside curb and drag it over to the outside, but as you can see, I just haven't got the line great because the tyres are just so worn. I'm aiming for the turn, she's scared, so I let off the throttle. You don't put the throttle back on earlier, so I don't oversteer like I am now. Well, understeer technically, but yeah. Just rub that curb a little bit, over to the outer curb, there we go. Don't go on that sandy bit, that sand on the outer curb can throw your back end out. Surprisingly, it doesn't do much for the front, but the back end can real slip over this curb here to try and pull that, keep your car pulled in, and I was ever so lucky there not to slide off the track. Thank God for that tiniest bit of curb. I keep to the right to let the reckless Shaggy have that line. But surprisingly, it backs off the corner for me, so thank you, Reckless. And that's the position I'm taking there. Well, I'm not taking, I'm keeping. Well, as you can see now, moderate tyre wear, the tyres are dying of death. I'm braking and it's not doing much. So I try and keep away just to not cause any more issues. Over the curb, hang a left of the pits now. My strat now is, I have done qualifying. No, I didn't qualify. I did 3 practice laps, sorry, on the softs, and they took it. So I'm going soft again. Now my strat here is to be able to be quicker on the softs than everybody else, because they've had an extra lap on mediums. They've got an extra lap on mediums. Yeah, what's in my head and what comes out are 2 different things. So I'm hoping by having these softs gives me a bit of an edge. But as we come out of pits, we're in P7 with a 4.05 second penalty on us. Brake a little bit early here. I'm surprised how good the tyres are, considering. And as I get a bit more confidence back in the vehicle, I start to take a little bit of a different line there. Try and keep this car straight and maximise a bit more speed. Trying to catch up to P6 as we're catching up in the straight. I can take this faster. I've got soft tyres, they're fresher and they're warm. So I'm quickly making grounds here. They go quite defensive, so I do the switcheroo and go on the inside. That is a position gained beautifully. Again, I missed this corner a little bit. I want to get that in the curb so I can rub this outer curb just as well like that. It keeps the car much straighter. As we power up through the hill, rub this inside curb and go to the crest of the hill, brake in and second gear, keep it left. Try and catch that inside of that curb again, but I just miss it. One day I will get it, but right up to now that isn't the day. Let's come down here, foot down to the floor, try rub that inside curb. Keep to your left hand side and braking down to third, rub that curb, keep off the power, and then till you rub this curb here and the power back on again. If you power on too early, you'll understeer and go straight over this corner here and keep your foot down. Braking at the 50 board, down to second gear, rub this over this curb here and then power back on. If you do come out of the corner and you are losing traction, chuck it in the third. Try and save the traction, but as you can see, I'm 10 seconds that lap faster than my current best up to now. 10 seconds in that one lap. So that's providing me some promise. I'm in P5 now and I'm coming in a bit hot there. I'm not losing too much, it's not a problem. Over the curb, straight on, over this sausage here, over to the right, down the third, I'm hanging it to the left. And then maximising your track width as much as possible. I could have done a little bit quicker there, but I'm getting that better. Up the 5th gear, let it off about 100 miles per hour, coast it round here, just apply the throttle every now and again, let it coast round, and then power back on again. Braking as the curb on the right starts coming in, over this here, to the right, there we go. And again, try and catch this in the curb here. There we go. Over this curb on the right, but I totally missed it this lap. It's not too matter. I'm not losing much speed of it. These soft tyres are massively helping out a lot. As we come across the hill, braking down in second gear, get the inner of this curb, miss it again, nothing new, and powering back on again. I'm 4 seconds of this lap faster than I was my previous lap, so if you look at it in total, I'm 15 seconds a lap faster. That's such an improvement. I take this very slow, way too slow. But I haven't, by looks of that, lost much time, and over this curb, really abusing that curb. Hang to the right, 50 board, braking down second gear, over this curb, and then power back on third gear. You see, I had that corner much faster, so I didn't need to drop down to second, wasting time changing gear. Just hold it in third, power back on, you're in the band, and there I am, 15 seconds a lap faster. My final lap now. Braking at 100, just after the 100 board, taking the braking a bit late. It is very wide corner. Clip in the corner just like that, and then swing it out over this curb, straight over the next curb, and then back over to the right. And these two stitched me up. I was not expecting to come out like that. They have a weird battle. I'm not sure what happened. They were both off the track. So they end up crashing into each other. And one pushes out in front of me. So I just barge him back out. Bugger off. Go away, go away. Stop ramming him out of the way. I am not, don't care. Guess what? No penalty though. No penalty. And I deliberately just bashed them out of the way. I didn't turn the steering wheel to avoid them, brake or anything. But nope. So yeah, the penalty system works a treat. This is what I want. Over this curb. Over this curb. Power on. I should have powered on earlier, but I didn't. I'm too distracted with what's going on behind me, which I shouldn't be. But braking down in second gear, I'm worried again that they're going to come into the back of me. So I take it slower than what I should do. I'll come out this turn so quick. So quick. And look how I'm leaving them for standing behind me. I'm looking at my clock as well. How much gap am I creating? But I can't, at the top of my head right now, I couldn't do the maths like in game that quickly. I've got to will out there. 2.2 seconds. They got a 1.8 penalty. It's just changed. So one's overtaking the other. I have a 4-second penalty. So where should I be? But I'm just wanting to beat this lap, get in front of them, get that time, and beat this race. And as you see, Dan came P1. Like I say, he's a very quick, very aggressive driver. He knows that car very well. But as you see, my tyres are dead. And I crossed the line in... What is it? P3. I gained 18 places that race. So yeah, that penalty system is absolutely broken. But the MG absolutely works. Brilliant car. Absolutely love it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.